Hey everyone, welcome back. I am back today with more Hunter x Hunter, you guys. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. I am very excited / anxious to see what is going to happen next, you guys, because we are really ramping up towards the end of this arc now, and I honestly have no clue how it's going to end. So I will get into a few of my brief thoughts about the last episode. But first, I just want to say, if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. And if you are joining me on YouTube today, thank you so much. I would really love it if you could please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. So, all right, guys. You know, I think we got to see a little bit more about, like, the dynamic of the Phantom Troupe last time. We know that they have a kind of bond. You know, even Gon pointed out how, like, they'll kill other people, but they get mad when, like, one of them is killed. So they do have this, like, bond. They will, like, disagree with each other, but there's always that overarching, like, even a disagreement isn't going to, like, tear them apart, you know? At least with most of the members, you know? Like, Hisoka, I feel like, really has, like, an outsider kind of vibe. And even when, like, they're talking and everything, I feel like he's always, like, off in, like, a corner or something. And clearly he's one of the ones who's, like, not loyal to the group the way that the other members are. But at the same time, like, for the majority of the group, I do feel like they have almost like a familial kind of closeness that that kind of, you can see how it echoes through their decisions. We know that the boss has, like, this rule that they should adhere to at all costs, and that is, like, look, if it's me or all of you, pick all of you. That is an order. I can be replaced. It's not a big deal. And we know how seriously they take his orders, yet at the same time, they do care for each other so much. I do think that is one area where our two groups differ. I feel like if Kurapika, if it comes down to really being presented with, like, sacrificing one of his friends, he will abort his mission to save his friends. I really do feel like that. I know he has gone to extremes at times with his determination about this, but I really don't think he's about to put anyone on the line. Like, you know, I know they've been in trouble and everything because of this. They've been kidnapped and all that good stuff. But at the same time, like, if it really, really came down to it, I feel like he's not going to do that. And I feel like that's where it kind of differs, is, like, the Phantom Troupe, they will make sure that the Phantom Troupe, the spider, lives on, no matter what. If they got to sacrifice their leader, they got to sacrifice their leader. And you guys, I just did not like that whole car scene. I liked it, but, like, I didn't like the vibe I was getting, because I feel like Crollo was 100% in control. Like, he was not worried. He was, and I know he, like, breaking a sweat isn't really his thing, even if he was worried. But at the same time, I feel like he had full control of that situation. He may have been the one captured, but I feel like he was playing Kurapika like a fiddle, and I did not like that. I mean, I liked it story-wise, but I didn't like it for what it could mean to how things are going to go. So now we have this whole thing of, like, what should we do about Pakunoda? Should she go alone? Should we go with her? And it kind of looked like their hand was sort of forced, and now she's headed off there to them. So I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know. I honestly can't tell you who's coming out on top here. I would be really surprised if the whole Phantom Troupe got decimated here and Kurapika just got what he wanted, or maybe not even the whole troupe, but, like, the leader, and, like, the spider, the concept of it was destroyed. I think that's what he's after. That being said, destroying their leader isn't going to do that. Like, if that's what he thought going in, I don't think that's what's going to happen. They're going to make sure it goes on. So he's literally going to have to put all of them away. So, and then there's also the matter of Hisoka taking issue with that, probably. I don't think he wants his boss to die in anyone else's hands but his own. So, you guys, we have a lot to get into. What do you say we go ahead and get started on the next episode of Hunter x Hunter? Let's go. Oh! Okay. Oh my god, sweetheart, don't question yourself now. It won't, though. Yeah. Think again. Kurapika, this is a terrible time to second guess yourself. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, alright, well, you made your decision. Aww. Yeah. I agree. And it's not like that's, oh, is that one of his people? Oh, is that his friend? Okay. Okay! Ha! So he actually is using that as a... Okay. Yeah. But it's not because he's looking out for them. Yeah, just to protect people she cares about. Yeah. Oh, he senses it for sure. He's like, they're not fighting back. They're not scared. That is true. Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah, Gon gets it. I mean, because they want to get their friend back, and so does Kurapika. Yeah, they care about each other. Are some of these individuals... Oh! He's like, I could have broken out of these chains the whole time! Kill you! Are some of these individuals not the original members, maybe? Because some of them don't seem to be in agreement. Good question. That would be a bad day for them. Oh, you're talking like high level. Okay. Okay. It's Hisoka. What? What is he doing? What are you doing? Let's not forget something. He wants the boss for himself. Oh, he left one of his. Okay. You son of a gun! He's like, no, I wouldn't do that because I need my fruits, but my little ripe fruits. Well, I'm so scared for what's... Aw, yay! I was like really scared there for a second. Kind of not really a high five, but... Whoa, that's what he did. Dang. Oh no! Oh no, you guys. I'm scared for Krollo right now. He's like, no need for this because he's... Okay. Okay, he can talk to other people. Just not the troupe. Oh! He's like, no! My epic battle. He's like, Kurapika? Dang. And just like that, he loses interest. It's not... He made sure that he knew the kind of pain he was feeling of, like, losing your people because he can't ever, like, really interact with them. I mean, he can. He just can't talk. Oh, kitty cat. Hi, kitten. Oh, she likes cats. She can't be all bad. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, they are founding members. What are you doing? Hold on a second. Why are you doing this? Oh, the memories. Okay. Oh. Whoa. But they have all her memories. Please explain. How so? Yeah, it's not an instant kill situation. So I guess it depends on how you look at it. No. Yeah. Oh. Finally, we're getting back to Akon. What is the plan? What is it? Tell me! You can't do that to me. Oh, they're gonna dress up. Look at my sweet boys all dressed up. They're so beautiful. Uh-oh! Oh, no! Well, so much for that. Holy cow. Right. Because you would have to ask the person to release it. It's not like, wow. That's crazy. Nen could outlive a person. And that's what they're going to try and pursue for the boss. East. She died. She made sure her memories would live on. They looked disappointed. Because... yeah. Because they care so much about him that they want to make sure he doesn't do something he can't undo. Wow. Killua must get that a lot as well, as someone who really has turned his back on killing. They care that much. Oh my god! Greed Island arc. Thank you for giving me the heads up, narrator. Let me just make sure I'm understanding this, because I'm pretty sure when he gave the condition, she was not allowed to say anything about what had happened to the other troop members. But by shooting the memories into their head, she was communicating to them, but they got it so instantaneously that it didn't matter. Like, she died because she broke the condition. But they had all the memories and they knew what had happened to the boss so that they could hopefully help the boss. Am I getting that or am I not? Because I'm so sorry for getting confused. That confused me at first. All right, you guys, that was amazing. So let me just reiterate that I think I understand where this is going now, because all this time I thought he was going to kill the boss, and I think instead what he decided was to eliminate the boss. Eliminating the boss means he can't have any contact with the troop anymore. He's basically not their leader. He can't use Nen. He's powerless. He's out of the group, essentially. Instead of killing, which we know it was very important to Gon and Killua that he not follow this through so much as to kill someone, as to take a life. I'll get back to that in a second. But yeah, so she couldn't speak a word of it to anyone. Without her able to speak a word, they would never know what happened to the boss. They would never know to pursue him. They couldn't ask her if he was alive. They couldn't, I mean, I'm assuming, she couldn't speak of anything that had happened there to the other people. So by shooting her memories into everyone, that they're now aware of what happened and able to go help the boss, or at least try and send help, try and send him a message saying, you know, there is someone somewhere that can remove Nen and can help you. Whereas if she had not been able to speak of anything, that's pretty much it. And the reason I'm guessing he took her is because if it had been anyone else, she would have been able to go into their memories to see what had happened, kind of getting around the condition. Am I making any sense? I might be totally confused and not making sense. I'm so sorry. But I'm guessing that's why she had to be the one. Because otherwise you could go into somebody's memories and get the information after. But if she's the one with the information and she can't say anything, that's it. You're done. So she broke the condition by communicating it to them. But it was so instantaneous, the bullets, that it didn't matter. They already had the information and she died. And she died basically to help Crollo. Which I think says a lot. We saw throughout this episode that there were lots of different schools of thoughts between the different members on like how to proceed here. You know, should we proceed to protect the whole troop or just the leader? And we saw how split they were on that. We saw how the one guy in like the blonde and everything was like to the point where he was ready to go. Like he was not fooling around when it came to how he wanted to move forward. But, you know, I think it's interesting that Kurapika was so determined, But when he actually got up close to this group, he saw in them, I think Melody was right, he saw in them the same kind of dynamic in his own group, which was that they were friends and they cared about each other and they did not want anything to happen to each other. Doesn't mean they were innocent or blameless by any stretch of the imagination. Like, why? Why did you even have to kill the Kurta clan in the first place? I don't know the specifics, but wow. But, you know, I think that line at the end where we get to see that kind of last memory from Pakinoda about, it was actually pretty sad that, like, they could have taken her out. They had the tactical advantage, but at the end of the day, they weren't just trying to help Kurapika with his mission. They were trying to help him as a person. They didn't want him to stay on a path of revenge. They didn't want him to kill. You know, even at the end there, Gon's like, I kind of hope he doesn't wake up for a little bit because I just don't want him to keep doing this anymore. So it's not like over. I really thought it was going to end with like, what, like, we're going to have one victor here. But the way they ended, I think, was so much more clever because no one was actually killed, but revenge was still had because you still get to inflict perhaps something worse than death. You know, if you know that this person doesn't value his life, I think that's actually worse to do to him maybe than killing him, is to like make him wander without being able to do what his life was basically completely about, which was just be with his group. And by doing that, he did the exact same thing that was done to Kurapika. He took away his people. I think that might actually be worse, although in a way I feel like he didn't cross a line by not killing him. I think I said that right. Does that make sense? I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about this, and I'm still like trying to figure it all out. So if I'm completely missing the mark, please fill me in. But wow. Just wow. That was really powerful. Honestly, I think they did an excellent job of building up the troupe as people who you didn't want necessarily to lose. You know, I mean, starting this out, they built them up as so dangerous, which they were. Just so lethal, and these people who had just slaughtered Kurapika's clan. All of that is true. It is still true. Yet somehow they made me care individually for these people and their motivations. And I think that's a real accomplishment. And I'm assuming they didn't do what they did to the Kurta clan under any kind of duress or anything. It's like all the facts as they were are still there. Yet I don't hate them. And I think that's what Kurapika went through. All that hate and anger and thirst for revenge drove him to this point, only to see that these were real people that cared about their friends. And that even more so than that, they would do anything, cooperate with any demand to like see that their leader was protected. While the leader didn't even care about himself, he was more concerned about his people. It's a very dissatisfying thing for Kurapika, I gotta imagine. I'm sure he would have loved it if they had just all been like, yeah. And he could be like, to heck with you all. I'm killing your leader. But it didn't, I gotta imagine that was kind of dissatisfying for Kurapika. You don't want to see humanity in the people who have wronged you. You don't. You just want to hate them sometimes. But I think it's a very realistic look at how even the most brutal of powerful people, like, it's weird to say they're not all bad, you know, but that's kind of what they showed us. Gon and Killua breaking the chains was a big highlight of this episode as well. Completely off topic, but I just have to point it out. So I'm guessing Kurapika pushed himself too far, and that's why he's in bed. And whatever is this plan for the Greed Island thing, they are not letting me know right now, which I was like, by the end of that episode, being confused about what exactly was happening with Pakinoda and not knowing the Greed Island secret plan, I was like, whoa, guys, you're killing me. But I do, just to clarify, I do get now, I think, if I'm understanding it correctly, why Pakinoda did what she did. Pakinoda had a big hand in killing Squala and a ton of other really, like, killing a lot of other people. I feel like I should not be feeling as bad as I do about her death, but yet it still hit me. This show, you guys. This show. Mwah! Chef's kiss to everything about it. I love it. Giving me all the feels, all the twists. That was a great arc, you guys. I really enjoy getting to know everyone. And something tells me we have not seen the last of any of these people. Like Pakunoda, maybe, because she died. But... And so Hisoka's just got... He's just out of the troupe now. He's just like, whatever. Is he going to be back if Crollo gets his, like, mojo back? His Nen? I just call his Nen his mojo. You know what I mean. Or no. He is, they've said early on, he is fickle, and once he loses interest, poof, just poofed. So maybe that's that. But yeah, I don't think we've seen the last of the troupe by any means. But for now, we're at a stalemate because they can't do anything to the chain user and co. Because that is crazy that Nen can outlive a person. So just to clarify, Gon's dad might not even be alive. That Nen that he had on like the cassette player and everything and all the stuff that he opened up from that box, like I think he is still alive. But like just to clarify, like your Nen can outlive you. That's kind of an interesting metaphor, you guys. That intense feelings of things like hatred can outlive a person. Just let that sink in for a second. That's some powerful stuff right there. Whoever wrote this, I think that says it all. Tapping my headband. So they can't kill the chain user or anyone connected to him because they need someone to remove that Nen or, you know, keep Kurapika alive. I don't think he would ever remove the Nen, but like maybe he needs to be alive for that to happen as opposed to like being dead. So, all right, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up. That was amazing. That was the end of the Phantom Troupe arc. It was really, really good. So much world building done this arc. So many characters we got to know. So personally. And our group is back together, which I'm very, very pleased about. So, all right, guys. Next, Greed Island. I will see you there, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. I love this. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time. We will commence on this new arc and watch it together. Bye for now, guys.